Welcome to Panels and Borders. I'm Dominic. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about Masters of the Universe and where is the new film sitting. So I've done a few videos in the past covering the news of this film. So I've been hearing talks of a new Masters of the Universe film for as long as I've been hearing talk of a new Dune film. So over 10 years. It's been all kinds of starts and stops, and to be honest, most of the pitches I've heard of what they were going to do, I've never liked. Not one of them. And they've always wanted to stray really off of the source material. So the newest one is going to be starring Noah Centineo, and there was a release date, but now it seemed like things kind of fell off, and there was no new news. So finally, some new news has come up about the film. So this is an article from Comic Book Resources. Sony's Masters of the Universe is reportedly destined for Netflix. With Masters of the Universe's release up in the air, the film reboot may be heading to Netflix instead of theaters. According to Discussing Film, the film may forego a theatrical release as Sony has budget concerns over the reported $130 million project. Rumblings of budget concerns began in October, as Sony seemed to have trouble trying to justify Masters of the Universe cost against 2019's mixed returns. The studio pulling the project from its 2021 release date raised even more concerns over the film's fate. Netflix, meanwhile, seems to be infatuated with the 1980s classic, as the streaming platform currently has two other projects centered on Prince Adam. The first, helmed by Kevin Smith, will be a limited series sequel to the original, with a still unannounced voice cast. The second will be a CG reimagining of the original with new adventures. Masters of the Universe is directed by Aaron and Adam Nee, with Art Markham and Matt Holloway penning the script. Noah Centineo is set to play Prince Adam and his alter ego He-Man. The film currently has no release date. So, no release date. Now, when I heard news about this movie, Sony has dropped the ball on this film so many times over the years. Mattel should just yank the franchise, yank the IP from them and give it to someone else. Because I've been hearing about a Masters of the Universe film forever. I remember probably 10 years ago reading about a pitch that they were going to do. They weren't going to call it Masters of the Universe. The movie was going to be called Grayskull. And I remember reading the idea that was put behind it, and I didn't like it at all. It was Skeletor was going to be him, and this technological army was going to banish and war against all magic from Eternia. That was going to be their idea, and He-Man had to return magic. It just sounded horrible. Right off the bat, Skeletor is like a wizard, basically an evil wizard. He's a sorcerer. That's part of his powers, so why you would make him anti-magic and all, that made no sense. That was one bit. That was probably about 10 years, more than 10 years ago now. So this latest one, I've been pretty negative in a lot of my videos covering this just because I have zero faith in Sony, and it seems to be working out. Now there's no release date anymore. There wasn't any news of this film for the longest time. Now it seems like they're just going to dump it on Netflix, slash the budget, and drop it on Netflix and take it from there. So what I'd like to see them do, because they always seem to be stuck on live action. Instead of doing like $130 million live action and then slashing the budget and putting like maybe an okay live action adaptation on Netflix, why not take that money and do a really good 2-hour animated film of Masters of the Universe and put that in theaters? They did it with the Spider-Verse, so why not do that with in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, that animated film that came out, Sony did a few years ago? Why not do that with Masters of the Universe? Why not make a really good animated Masters of the Universe film and release that? That way, you could have the characters look truer to their, toy counterparts and stuff like that. There'd be less compromises with casting live actors. Then you would just need voice actors. Just do that instead. I'd be happy with that. I'd like to see that. That'd be cool. I'd rather see that than, a 2-hour TV budget, basically a TV movie put on Netflix, if they're going to slash the budget. Really, I'd like to see Mattel just take this IP away from Sony. That's what I'd like to see. The other exciting news, I'm very curious to see the two new series, the mini series that's going to be coming out by Kevin Smith, and then this ongoing CG animated series. Although I prefer 2D, I'd rather if they were going to do another ongoing series, that would be in 2D too. I'd rather that. I like that more than that's kind of like 3-dimensional CG. So what's going to happen with this movie? I don't know. I don't think you're ever going to see this movie ever in theaters. Maybe Netflix. Who knows? I think this is like dead in the water. I don't think you'll ever see Noah Centineo as He-Man ever. One thing is for sure, he's got a lot of time to bulk up. If he's been bulking up all this time that they've been, jerking around this film, he's going to be like the biggest He-Man ever by the time he finally gets to be in this movie, if he's been pumping up this whole time. I don't know. What more can I say about this? So just to end off, I remember I did a car rant video about this a long time ago, about the movie version of Skeletor being released as a Masters of the Universe Classics action figure, and Super 7, to get them you had to buy all of them as a set. But at Big Bad Toy Store, you were able to get them all individually. And so this was one Masters of the Universe Classics figure that I was hoping for years, that they would make the Frank Langella Skeletor from the 87 film. Because Frank Langella as Skeletor was easily the best thing about that movie. And that's a figure, that was like a figure I wanted to see. And they finally made it. And I finally got him, so that's him on my shelf. Dark Despot Skeletor. And I gotta say, the figure is awesome, and the sculpt is amazing. The only nitpick I have with this is his sword, is they got it, the blade pointed up, so by doing that, I can't see the detail sculpted hilt. It's kind of buried inside the package, you can't see it, so I wish they had displayed it the other way around, with the hilt up and the pointed blade down, so you could see all the detailing on the hilt. That's my only nitpick with this figure. Other than that, awesome figure. So, I don't know, interesting news about the movie. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But on the bright side, we do have some new Masters of the Universe cartoons coming to Netflix. So that I am happy about, and that I am excited about, and I'll definitely be watching those. So that's everything I got to say in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and I will see you at the next one. Thank you to all of my subscribers, and thank you for watching this video. And if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification when new videos are uploaded.